Hello, viewers. This is Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called the Super Sentai Review. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you got to watch this on the podcast recording. So anyway, let's get to the latest episode let's get into the latest episode of Zenkaiger. So basically, this episode starts off last left off. We see Kaido and Zox and combined together in their Sukumos to form the Zenkaiger Megazord, and what's fighting Stacy Caesar in his new Battle Caesar robot. From the previous episode. So basically, they've been fighting since the sun. And that's when Kaido decided to separate from Zox, aka Kaiser, to separate and stop the fight. So basically, Kaiser said it's getting late, my friend, it's getting late and Gal needs medical attention. So basically, he told Stacy, Gal needs medical attention, needs some medical attention. So basically, how about this? I'll pick up this fight with you tomorrow, and Stacy agreed. So basically, say meet me at the mountain area. So basically, Stacy and his robot and his Megazord, left the city, and they took down. So basically, Kaido and the others took down to the hospital, and as for Kaiser, he was a bit Zox. Zox was a bit miffed that it was a bit miffed that Kaido that him and Kaido had. If we wanted to, we could have took down Stacy. So basically, he went back to his spaceship. So basically, while Kaido was at while Gal was being treated by a Kai warrior at the local hospital, so basically, since there are Kai warriors living together with humans and whatnot, there are Kai warrior doctors. Gal was being treated for his injuries by a Kai warrior doctor at the local hospital. So anyway, So basically, while Gal was being treated by the doctor, are you really going to take down? Are you really going to take down Stacy? Stacy wants to go out tomorrow, and Kaido was like, well, I'm thinking about it, but still, I believe that Stacy is not a bad person. By heart, he just had whatever happened to him. It must, but so Tracy kind of believes that Stacy is still is not a bad person. Not a bad person. He just had He just had a rough life. He just has a rough time, but kind of still believe that that Stacy is still a good person, but at the same time, he is still an enemy. So basically, and also to make morphine confident, him and his grandma have become friends as well. So basically, the other was like, maybe we should keep this still a secret from Grandma, cause So basically, the others wanted to make sure that if that Kaido keeps that the secret, if he would have found out that Stacy was a bad guy all this time, she probably wouldn't He probably wouldn't, would freak out or might freak out at the results of Stacy being a bad guy. So basically, kind of agreed with the others. Let's not tell Grandma about the truth about Stacy. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the Trojan Tinto Dynasty Palace headquarters, King Walker and Professor Eisen was pissed off that Stacy didn't finish the job, had the opportunity to finish the job. But Stacy said, tomorrow I will most definitely finish off Kaido and the Zenkaigers just like you hired me to do. So basically, King Walker, his bird Bean and Professor Eisen was happy that they were still a little bit pissed off that Stacy didn't finish him off, finish off the Zenkaigers today, but they was happy that Stacy was going to take care of the business tomorrow. So anyway, that's when Stacy's father, Colonel Bassin, who was came into the room. He was did you was asking Stacy question? Did you hold back on purpose? And why you fighting Kaido and not pirating his rocks? He's like, no, I did not. I did not hold back on purpose. So basically, Colonel Bassin said, good, but make sure that you do your job tomorrow. So basically, that's the only words of encouragement that Stacy heard to his father, to his Kaido's father, Colonel Bassin. So anyway, later that night, Kaido was having some trouble sleeping, staring at his parents' picture, and he was remembering back when before Stacy debuted as Stacy's teacher, so basically he said that, who knows that, maybe the chosen Tinto Dynasty must have had killed the parents just like they killed my mom. So basically, Kaido is thinking maybe all this time that his parents must be dead, and when Stacy mentioned said that before he debuted as Stacy Caesar. So anyway, Kaido's grandma woke up was wondering why Kaido was just sitting there staring at his parents' picture and whatnot, and she was talking about Stacy or she knows him as Sadashi. So basically, Sadashi told me today that that this is the last time he'll be coming here. So basically, I wonder why when he said that. So basically, Grandma was kind of bummed that that Stacy won't be coming around here no more. So basically, but he didn't explain his reason why. So basically, Kaido was was lying to Grandma. Maybe he must have had to go somewhere. Maybe he had to go somewhere on somewhere far away on some important business. But still, but Kaido's grandma wished that Stacy is some safe journey or not. So basically, after hearing his grandma wishing Stacy Stacy safe travel wherever he was going, Kaido went outside to get some air, and Zero had followed him. He was up, and Zero had followed him and whatnot. So basically, they went to got some noodles and and have a conversation what is your decision? Are you going to go all in on Stacy? Yes or no? So basically, Kaido said, I'll give you my answer to once. I'll give you my answer tomorrow meet up with Stacy Caesar. As for Zox on board his spaceship, Frank finished making some modifications to the spaceship for the fight tomorrow. So basically, are you gonna help Kaido? But Doc made it clear that this is Kaido's fight and whatnot. So basically, if this fight, if he goes, if this fight will determine if I can continue working with him or not. So basically, if he doesn't go in against Stacy, I'm not going to continue working with him. But if he does go, go in against Stacy, I will continue to work with him. So basically, the doctor's making it clear this fight will determine the future outcome with this future, their kind of future partnership. If Kyle doesn't give his all against Stacy, then the doctor won't continue working with him. But if he does, he will still continue to work with Kyle and the other Zenkaiger. So basically, the next day, Kaido met up with Stacy Caesar while the others watched, and Kaido said that, I had no choice but to, I'm going to get all, I have to go, I know that you're not a bad guy, but still, you're still an enemy that, you still work for the bad guys and you're an enemy. So basically, I had no choice but to fight you with all my God. And Stacy said, I would have this any other way. So basically, they both transferred into their expected Ranger forms and started to fight each other while the others left on. So basically, seems like things were going with, Kaido and Stacy was not holding back in the fight until Stacy summoned, uses Gear Zinger morpher to summon fake copies of the O-Rangers to attack Kaido. So basically, the others thought this was cheating and thought that Stacy was cheating by selling fake Ranger copies of the O-Rangers. But I'm using the power of my weapon. So basically, technically, this is not cheating. So basically, the others fine then. So basically, and Juma and the others joined in to help to fight the fake O-Rangers, and that's when Stacy uses his gear zinger to make fake copies of the Zenkaiger, and it started to attack Kaido and the others, and that's when Zoc showed up, to do with the fake Zenkaiger copies. So basically, it was left against Stacy, and Kaido was just against fighting, while the others did with the fake Ranger copies that of the O-Rangers and Zenkaigers that Stacy made with his morpher. So basically, Stacy summoned his Megazord, and Kaido transformed into his Super form, and he transformed into his Super form and go big, and go big and start to battle Stacy's Megazord and his giant size. So basically, things were not going very well. So basically, was not going well against, but Kaido was holding his own against Stacy's Megazord, but Stacy's Megazord was had got the upper hand against Kaido in his super form. So anyway, and that's when Zuma. So basically, Zuma gave Kaido a hand and told him, "Let's combine together," and they formed the Super Zenkaiger Megazord. Zuma and the Super Zenkaiger Megazord. Zuma formation. So basically, they formed a new Megazord combination. So basically, Kaido cannot combine with can combine with Zuan and they formed a new Megazord combination. So basically, this was Zenkaiger Megazord. So basically, and they started to fight. They started to fight this Stacy and his Stacy Caesar and his Caesar battle robot Megazord. So basically, the other smash. So basically, working together as a team, Kikai and the rest of the Zenkaiger was able to take down the fake Zenkangers and the fake, take down the fake Zenkangers and O-Ranger copies, and basically by using the O-Ranger Sentai gear and the Zenkanger Sentai gear and Kikai using his two different modes to take down these two fake Team Ranger copies. So basically, that's when Kikai transformed into his super mode and to his SD mode to combine with a spaceship and form the Super Kikai Megazord and to help Kaido out against the Caesar, because that's when Archie's coming a giant foot soldier to attack Kaido while he was fighting Stacy Caesar and his Megazord. So basically, Kikai transformed into his super mode, into his SD mode, combined with ship and formed the Super Kikai Megazord and took down the giant foot soldier and now working together as a team, Kaido and Zox combined together and formed the Zenkaiger Megazord to take down Stacy and his Megazord once and for all. So basically, working together as a team, Kaido and Zox with the power of the Zenkaiger Megazord finally took down Stacy Caesar and destroyed his new Megazord and basically won the fight. So basically, Kaido was not happy to take down Caesar, but he had no choice. So basically, the others was happy that that Kaido was with the help of Zox and others was able to take down Stacy Caesar and they all went home. But turns out that Stacy survived his Megazord explosion was badly hurt. So basically, Ging, the robot bird that was the King Barker, found Stacy Caesar near a riverbed, and he survived the explosion of his Megazord. So basically, Ging took him back to Professor Eisen and told Professor Eisen to fix Stacy Caesar because he still has some use. He still is useful. So basically, Professor Eisen, for what reason? Let's just say the king had, let's just say me and the king, had some big plans for him later on. So basically, Professor Eisen was very curious about what Ging said about Ging and the king's, future plans for Stacy. So basically, he did what Ging said to do. So basically, Professor Eisen with his computer console, and he pressed a button that popped. He pressed a button he pressed a button, and the stasis pod came up from the ground right next to Stacy Caesar, right next to Stacy Caesar, and inside the stasis pod was Kyler's mom. So basically, and this is how the episode ended with the special agent, summoning a stasis pod with Kylie's mom inside, and this is how the episode ended with Professor Item summoning pressing a button and summoning a stasis pod with Kylie's mom inside it, and this is how the episode ended. So basically we know that we finally know that we finally know that Kyle's parents are in stasis pod, but inside under belief. Now we know this. Sorry, I was tongue-tied. So basically, now we know that that Professor Icing is keeping Kyle's parents and stasis pod inside his lab now. After seeing Kyle's mom coming from the ground in her stasis pod. So basically, now we know that Kyle's parents are in stasis pods. Inside Professor Icing's lab now. So basically, now we finally know the location of the stasis pod where Kyle's parents are being held. They're being held inside Professor Icing's lab now. So basically, this was a good episode. So basically, there's a lot of setup for a future storyline with Stacy Caesar, and also a big reveal about Kyle's parents as well. So basically, this was a good episode. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know with the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's just your Michael for Screen Review. Sign off. 1.